I want to feel guilty for working that much, but instead I feel guilty for taking the time off. And that needs to be a paradigm that completely flips. And I think a lot of us are working on making the culture of streamers and streaming shift in that appropriate direction. This conversation that we're having right now. Why is it not so bad? What are things that you can do to create content? What is the mentality that you should have when you're taking time off? How much time off is good? I don't even know if there's a bad number for how much time off. It's like, because you a lot of that's about just managing your expectations and your needs.
Yeah, I mean, I think also like you're just starting to see more streamers burn out. Like, a lot of us are getting into streaming for 4 or 5 years. Like, Lyric streams 7 days a week until like last year he finally was like, okay, this is like a set day off.
Yeah,
like, and everyone's like
6 days. Yeah.
Thank God, like finally, like it's kind of it's insane. And I think that just goes into, again, like the things we talk about, the things that we promote on social media. Like, we don't promote taking breaks, we promote grinding the stream 20 hours a day
and humble brag about it. I know that about myself personally, right? Is like all the things I've just been saying right here. Like, I'm proud of that to an effect, right? To an extent, I mean, where I'm like, I've streamed 10,000 hours in 4 years. I hate it, but respect my work ethic. Like, I don't know how there's sort of like this internal drive to make it clear that I'm like, really hardcore and whatever, at the same time as I'm like slowly killing myself with like overworking. And it's the same thing too. Like, I've noticed this as a curiosity for my particular situation. I think it's true of a lot of us. I watched my dad overwork himself, and he still does this at 65 or 68 or whatever, overwork himself when I was a kid. And I was like, I'm never gonna be that guy. I'm never gonna do that. And it would be so cool if I could grow up and play video games. I grew up and play video games and work harder than he ever did when I was a kid. Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah. And I'm like totally turning into that thing that I was like, no, it's insane what he's doing. He should be having fun in life, because there's a point at which, you won't be able to have that stuff, and you never know when that's going to happen. And the whole work to live, work to live is the better one than the live to work thing. Yes. We get stuck in streaming in the live to work. Like I've mentioned a couple of times, paying an extraordinary amount of money to have my own personal recharge station, which is my house. Or virtually the only thing I use it for is to sleep and prepare food, just energy to stream. Like, that's all that I use that for. And it's bad. That's unhealthy.
Do you take weekends, or do you stream 7 days a week?
It's just mostly 7 days a week. It's not, I don't have a fixed schedule. I'm supposed to take a day a week off. I don't. I took my first weekend in a long time, was this last weekend. Yesterday was the last day.
Right.
Cool.
I take weekends. I feel like they're very important for my my mental health. Friday, Saturdays.
Friday, Saturday? You have 2 days off? Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
I usually, well, not usually, sometimes I'll stream Friday night just for fun, but like, I don't know. I just think I feel on Sundays I come back and I'm so much more refreshed and happy. Yeah. If I don't do that, then I can just feel myself being like, why are you complaining about this thing again? I have no patience. Whereas otherwise I'm like more empathetic. So yeah, I find it really, really helpful.
On those days off too, are you still engaging on your social media, or do you?
Yeah. I mean, me engaging on social media is probably people taking away from social media.
Like your version of engaging is my version of like a super light day.
Yes, exactly. I'm horrible with all of social media, so but yeah.
I think another thing is that's important for content creators is just to diversify the types of content we do, so that like we don't have to stream all the time if we're doing other things that we enjoy that still work towards our brands. That can help ease the burden of like feeling like you're just burning out or working too much, or like needing that break if you're mixing in other things, I think.